Hi everyone, and welcome back to 35 Plus Where to Shop, your weekly retailer review. I'm Fiona Keary from Style Liberation, and every week we share our top brands and classify them by body shape, colour palette, style personality and dress code to help you find the best pieces for you. So this week we are taking a look at Forever New, and I thought it was appropriate given that we're getting into that change of season. We've got racewear coming up, we've got events coming up. However, I also wanted to showcase some of their day wear because it's actually really, really awesome and I think quite gorgeous as well. It's really interesting when I talk to clients about going to Forever New because I guess there's a perception that it's for a particular age group. However, I take women of all ages to Forever New because it's more important to focus on the style personality rather than what you think the age demographic is. So for style personality, I would say we're really looking at quite feminine, and you can see that when you see the lace that's involved, the frills, the ruffles, the colours that they use, and the softly draping fabrics they use as well. There's definitely some sultry going on there as well, and you'll see that again from the body con fits, those figure hugging fits, and also again some of the colour and also the cuts in terms of that too. However, I would also say that there's quite a bit of elegant going on here as well, and you'll see that in terms of the blazers and also the cut of some of the pants that are coming through this season, which I really, really love. So we'll take a look at those too. And I have actually chosen favourites, not just showing you a range this time. I've actually chosen favourites to show you as well. So when it comes to colour palette, what I would say is they're usually going for cool tones, I would say overall, and slightly muted. You will find some warm, clear tones coming through as well. You'll find the odd bright colour here and there in terms of cool. And I did notice there are some warmer muted tones coming through. So more of those autumnal tones are still coming through for this summer season. So they've lingered on. So if you are someone who is a warmer muted or autumn, then I would definitely check them out because often it's quite tricky for you to buy at this season. So take a look and see. They always do those neutral colours in terms of the black, the navies, the whites, the creams, and some beiges as well. So if you're after something neutral, you will find it here as well. When it comes to body shape, I would say overall they do cater mostly for an hourglass shape, and that's due to the feminine and also elegant and sultry style personalities they're aiming for. So if that's the sort of silhouette you're looking for, then Forever New is very much for you. So that will also work for a triangle and an inverted triangle as well. Just noting that for the triangle, they may need to do a little bit of alteration or a tweak here and there to make that work, and likewise for your inverted triangle as well. Look, the rectangle body shape will find the odd piece as well, and it really depends. You are looking for those pieces that have a higher raised waist rather than a natural waist, just because I find generally for you, your waist is a little bit raised, and they do have pieces that have a little bit more of a softer flow through the waist. So check those out as well, but predominantly I would say that they really are going to create that hourglass shape in their clothing there. Sizing wise, you're looking at an Australian size 4 through to a 16, and shoe sizes you're looking from a 4 to 11 with the shoe size. And I've noticed as well, I think they've just started doing a petites range as well, which is great. With price point for clothing, you're looking at $99.99 for dresses. You're looking at $69.99 for pants, $34.99 for tops, and from $79.99 for jackets, blazers, and then moving forward to coats. And that's full retail price. So obviously during their sale periods, they are lower than that. When it comes to delivery, it's a flat $7.95 for any orders under $75. However, it's free for over $75. Delivery generally takes between 3 and 7 business days, depending where you are located. However, they do offer express post for $9.95, and that's usually 1 to 3 days for that. They do have a 14-day return policy, so you are not refunded the postal charges either way for that. However, you can return in store as well if you prefer. It's really interesting. You can buy online at forevernew.com.au. They actually also have 250 stores worldwide. And worldwide, it includes Indonesia, Singapore, India, South Africa, and New Zealand as well. And then there's also heaps and heaps of stores along the East Coast and also in Perth too. So let's check out some of my favourites, and they are gorgeous. So let's take a look at those. So first up, I decided to treat the warm and muteds here. We have our gorgeous Lizzie linen blend pant in the ochre, and these are fantastic for summer. They're a linen blend, so they won't crease as much as your linen. I love the waist tie, and again, you can see we're really aiming here to create that hourglass shape, because you wouldn't wear something necessarily that sits below that waist or doesn't tuck in. So even if you don't want to go for the full tuck, you could do the magic tuck here or just the front tuck for this to work, which I think would be really, really great. And I'm going to show you in a moment another top that would go with it, just to do something a little bit different rather than just going for your white, your black, your navy, or any of your other neutrals as well. There's a really great print top that will go with this too. I love that it's quite relaxed through the leg. Just be careful where it finishes on your leg, because remembering that we always want to finish at the narrowest part of our leg, because then that's what the eye thinks the width of our leg is all the way up. So here it looks like it does finish just below the start of the calf. They're usually quite flattering for most people in terms of that. So that's one of my favourites. Next up, we have the Elsa linen blend pencil skirt. And again, I love seeing this waist definition come through, and the bow at the front. And I think it's quite an elegant feminine shape. So again, we are creating that hourglass shape here. And for this, I would recommend doing the full tuck. So if you have concerns around your tummy area, you don't want to show it off, then I'd probably skip this one and go more for the pant. But I do love the button through as well with this. I think a great skirt for work or for play as well. And again, there's a top coming up that I want to show you that I think will work really well with both of those. You may have noticed that this was on our 35 Plus Facebook group a few weeks ago. I had a gorgeous, gorgeous client, and we were shopping for a very significant birthday. And it was really interesting. I had a brief for that shop to come away with a pink dress, and we didn't quite get away with pink, but it is berry, so it is in that pink range. And honestly, she looked smoking hot in this dress. You can see that it's slightly raised waist, so if you are a rectangle body shape, this will be perfect for you. However, it will also be brilliant for your hourglass triangle and also your inverted triangle too, especially for your inverted triangle, because it's got the kick down the bottom that gives you that hourglass shape through there. I love the sleeve detail and having that little bit of width across the bust and the shoulder area, which is particularly great if you're a triangle body shape, to give you that illusion that the top half of you is just as wide as the bottom half of you. And that's what we're always trying to do when we put clothes on our bodies, to create balance and proportion. And you can see that that dress really does it by balancing out here with the little kick out in the bottom as well. So colour-wise, it's stunning. And I love that we've got that see-through peep detail through there. So great for, race wear, weddings, cocktail events, anything like that, special occasions, dressing up, absolutely love it. Next up, what we have is the kimono. And I love a kimono for this time of year. And I would completely recommend styling it the way they have here. You really do, with that level of volume at the top, you do want to go quite skinny and streamlined down the bottom. If you were to add wide leg pants or anything under here, you could look quite boxy with that. I love the kimono because, we have evenings where it's a little bit more chilly, and it's just something to throw over just to, you know, give us a little bit of warmth, but also to create that sort of elegant, chic look and still be quite feminine, relaxed as well. Huge this season, and for the past few seasons, we are seeing the return of the blazer. And a grey blazer is an awesome choice because it really does go with everything. So if you are someone who likes to wear black, it will work with black. If you are someone who likes to wear navy, it will also work with navy. So it's extremely versatile in that sense. Just watch out for the length here because, again, you always want to finish at the narrowest parts of your body. And so for many of us, finishing around the hip line isn't best. So you just want to make sure, and it looks like it would here for most heights, fit just below the hip line. And when we say the hip line, we mean the peak of the bum. So it looks like that would be that sort of length through there, which would work quite well. I also love the sleeve in this. You've got a little bit of a flare out in the sleeve. And again, that's a little bit of a nod to the feminine rather than a classic style personality there. And last but not least, we've got the Karima Deep V top. And this is what I was talking about, adding it to, you can imagine, with the ochre pants and the Elsa linen blend skirt as well. So I can imagine that, you know, you could have that just tucked in, which would be absolutely beautiful. However, you could also layer over the top, you know, a denim jacket would look great with this, picking up the blue in there if you don't want to go sleeveless, or a little cardigan or blazer over this would be great if you're someone who doesn't want to necessarily go that thin with the sleeve, the strap, or go without sleeves as well there. But I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So they are just a few of my favourites. So as always, if you want to know more places to shop based on your style, personality, colour palette, body shape or dress code, visit www.35plusweartoshop.com to download our free retail guide, which does that. Or if you're not watching this in our Facebook group, 35 Plus Wear to Shop, hop over and join us where you'll be the first to see these weekly retail reviews. Plus, we're sharing lots of other tips and tricks, and everyone's helping each other find the perfect pieces for them. So I hope you enjoyed Forever New, and we will see you next time. Catch you later. Bye.